Hi everyone, this is Jessy here. Welcome back. I am so excited that you're here, and today's video is extra special because it is in collaboration with my bestie Leslie. Now, we both met through our love of handbags, but we keep in touch a lot. She's in South Carolina and I am in Michigan, and we both thought that it would be kind of fun to compare our updated reviews on the trending Coach Western Tabby. Now, like I mentioned, even though we're miles apart, we have very similar tastes. We've been handbag twins in the past. We both own the Coach crossbody cross grain hobo in the color chalk. I'm trying to think of what else we've had. We've also had the Dress Up Your Purse Paris 15s at the same time. The Dooney & Bourke Florentine satchels we've also owned at the same time. And a fun fact, her daughter is now the proud owner of my Dooney & Bourke black Florentine satchel. I wasn't getting a lot of use out of it, so she has it now. So aside from being handbag twins, we tend to swap bags from time to time. Now, I ended up with this bag in particular after I saw Leslie send me the photos of her and her daughter's bags side by side. Her daughter owns the Western Tabby and like the caramel, like camel color. Leslie has it in the dark brown and I have it in the black. So after I saw the picture of both of those bags side by side, I was like, I need to check this out. I was looking for something that was very utilitarian style and had its own vibe. I wanted a burgundy handbag at that time, but this wasn't available in that colorway, and I don't see Coach putting this out in that colorway in the near future. Watch them do it because I just said that, and that'll be my luck. But I ordered the brown one and I got the brown one in, and then maybe I think it was the day after, I still hadn't received the brown bag. I think it was the day after or maybe the day after that I did my color analysis, and I came to learn that I was a sultry winter. If you haven't watched that video, I'll go ahead and have it linked down below. I explained the color analysis process and I recommend it to everyone. I don't have a brown, any shade of brown in my color wheel. So right after I got out of that appointment, I ordered it in black, and then I unboxed both of them here on my channel, which I'll also have linked down below in case you're interested in watching it, and I ended up keeping the black one. With all that being said, there was a combination of things that wanted me to keep this bag and use it more as of a daily bag. The first thing that I loved the most was the leather. This is natural full grain leather, and it is very squishy and malleable. It also feels like there's some resistance to it, like it's, resistant to the weather and to the elements, which it is. And I also liked the size of it. It's not too deep, so it won't jut out of my body too much and kind of like hit everything as I'm walking around. That was one of the main features that I really liked. I also like the functionality of the bag. So you've got like little pockets here, you have a slip pocket here that's also lined in suede. You can wear it on the shoulder or crossbody. I tend to wear mine with this padding up here. You can remove this, it comes off of the strap, but I find that with my bulkier sweaters and coats in the winter, I find this very helpful because it helps for it not to slip off, and it also helps that this strap doesn't dig into my shoulder too much. So the functionality was a huge plus. And then another thing that I found really nice about this bag is the contrast stitching. It has contrast stitching all around, and it sort of matches the inside of the bag, which is another thing that I love about this bag. The suede is nice and soft, and it's just a really cute pop of color and happiness when you open this. Now, I am here in the Midwest in Michigan, whereas Leslie is down south in South Carolina. But we here in Michigan get at least 6 months of really cold and gray weather. So I tend to wear this with a lot of more bulkier items just because I'm dressing bulkier in the wintertime. I wear a lot of puffer coats and wool coats, but I find that this goes with that perfectly. The strap drop on the shoulder option is long enough to fit things comfortably without it being too tight up against my arm. I've been wearing it a lot, probably like 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes I'll be in it for an entire week or 2 at a time. And I just love it as a daily option for any type of weather. You can pair this with a really cute sundress for the summer and just kind of wear a crossbody, Or you can use this as a really cute accessory for a fall outfit. I think that, again, the crossbody option comes in really handy when you're doing activities in the warmer climate and when you're also doing activities in the colder climate. Now, I don't know how Leslie packs her bag, but I'm going to show you really quickly how I pack mine. I use my trusted Victorine wallet, which carries cash, card, and coin. I love this thing. I have to do a review on this sometime soon. So I have, that goes right in there. The next item is my medicine pouch. I feature this in almost every video. I just have a few medications and things like that in case I need them. Tylenol, Advil, Benadryl, Band-Aids, things like that. Burn cream, hand cream, etc. So I put that in there. In here, I've got my sunglasses, which I am so looking forward to wearing. It hasn't been sunny here for about 2 weeks, so we're finally getting some sunlight in. But these are from Gucci, and they are my tried and true. I wear these all year round. I love these, and I just put them right here in this little silk pouch that came with the sunglasses, and I tie a little knot like that so that they don't fall out. So it's just gonna go right there in a corner standing up. I have my car keys because I can't get anywhere with that, and I tend to put those here in this front pocket. And as you can see, it doesn't have like any indentation marks or anything like that. And I do this because when I'm doing school pickup, I usually tend to leave everything in my car, and I'll just walk out with my keys, lock the door, go grab my children, and then come right back and drop it in there. So it's just really functional to have that right there in the slip pocket. I'll usually put my phone in here too, but if not, I'll just put it in here in the main compartment. Another thing I like to have on me is my AirPods. Now, the AirPods with the case will fit in this little side pocket, but I've come to learn that if it has any type of case on it, whether it's leather or even a plastic like skin case, it's really hard to take out. So if I'm going to use this bag, I just pop them out of the case. It took me a struggle to get them out of this green leather case, but I'm just going to go ahead and just put them right in here. And you see that they fit perfectly in there, and I'm able to take them out very quickly without having to really struggle. And last but not least, my lip products. So I have this gloss from Anastasia. I have a blackberry gloss from Nivea, and also my cuticle oil with goji berry from Olive and June. I've really been enjoying this. I might have to buy a few more tubes. So those just go right there on the side, and that's how everything looks when it's inside the bag. I've got plenty of room for more things, but I like to leave a little bit of wiggle room in case one of my boys hands me a toy, or I have to grab a piece of paper from somewhere and put it somewhere, or a receipt or whatnot. I have some extra room to put other belongings. Now in the back pocket in here, I really don't put much because I don't want to create any indentation marks here, so my phone won't go in here. I may put a receipt or something like that, or if I have somebody hands me something like a slip or something and I just need to put it somewhere quickly, I'll put it in here and then I'll figure out where it goes. But this tends to be empty most of the time. Now for some pros and cons. Let's get real here. And while I think that the leather is divine, it's also prone to scratching. And I'll show you up close, but I have lots of scratches here around the hardware where my nails kind of dig into the bag to open and close it. Now that's expected, don't get me wrong, but I think I got like 2 or 3 scratches the first time that I wore it out, and I was devastated. But I quickly came back down to earth, and I was like, you know what, Jessica, if you're gonna use this as an everyday bag and it's going to patina and age, it's going to get scratches. Like, that's just part of the process. So just let go and just enjoy yourself and enjoy the bag. And after I reset my thoughts on that, I've been having a lot of fun wearing her. She's extremely comfortable to wear. She fits just the right amount. And I love the suede that is inside of the bag. Some people may feature this as a con, but I really like it. Now, I have a stain at the bottom of my bag. I don't know where it's from. I don't know how it got there. But as you know, with suede, once you dirty it or it gets stained, it's really hard to take it out, if not impossible. So unfortunately, that's something that I'm just gonna have to live with. But again, that all comes with the territory of wearing this bag almost every day. One con for me, even though it won't stop me from buying the bag because I can appreciate it, is that the hardware, this buckle here, is very heavy. And when you go to close the bag, the magnet right here doesn't really align with the magnet that's here. It kind of falls like right down to here, and that can make you get more scratches here as well. When I first bought the bag, that didn't happen. It would kind of find itself pretty easily, and I would maybe have to move it around, you know, a little bit just to get it to lock in. But I'm assuming that with me constantly doing this, opening and closing the bag, this top part has gotten some wear and it's kind of relaxing and stretching a little bit. So now when I go to close the bag, I kind of have to like really do this. You see I'm doing it right now, and it'll eventually find itself in the magnet. With all that being said, I definitely would recommend this bag to anyone that is looking for this type of functionality or look or vibe. I'm curious to see what Leslie's thoughts are on this, but I think it's a great bag. I think it's a great bag. It has its things just like every other bag, but it's very functional. The sizing is just perfect on it. And I definitely would consider repurchasing it if they came out in some different colors other than brown and black. I think that you can incorporate color to this style to really give it different looks and different vibes. But of course, I would definitely recommend this. Even though Leslie and I are very far apart, we always kind of seem to be in tune with one another in terms of our style and our love for handbags, and more specifically the type of handbags that we have in common. But I'm also curious to know what your thoughts are. Do you have a bestie or a handbag bestie that lives far away, but you guys are kind of always in sync with one another? Would you purchase this bag? Do you agree with some of the things that I've said, or do you disagree? Please let me know in the comment section below. Again, I'm gonna have Leslie's video that we are collaborating on linked down below as well, so please go and check that out. Before I sign off, I just want to mention two things. I have a really detailed review of the beautiful Maison Renso Diana bag. I'll have that linked here, and I also have a new addition, which is my Coach Sammy top handle, and I'll have that video linked in case you missed it. I hope to see you in the next video, and take care.